Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back to iAllegedly. Today we're going to do a small business stimulus update, give you some information, the EIDL, and we've got 3.5 grants for you to talk about. So 3 plus something, some good news. You know the rules. Please like, share, subscribe. Join our email list, please. The link's below. We've got a big announcement that's coming out this week, and you're going to get something, if you're on the email list, that nobody else is going to get. So please take a couple minutes and fill that out. We don't spam you. We haven't even sent an email out yet, other than this cool announcement that's going to come out the first part of the week. So good luck to everybody. First things first, as far as the EIDL program, there is a petition that is with the White House. Now, the White House has a program that if you submit a petition to the White House and they get 100,000 signatures on that, the White House will look into it and will comment. There is an EIDL petition right now to talk about how unfair the EIDL grant program was. Just a couple of highlights. This has impacted millions of small business people. Many are still struggling to stay afloat. We would like to hold the SBA accountable for the CARES Act, Section 1110, which was the advance. We'd like them to reissue the EIDL advance and have all the businesses receive the full $10,000 regardless of the size of their company. You can't hurt you to fill this thing out. The link's below. Do it. I did it. I think that if we get it, then the White House is going to have to respond to this. Senate gets back in session on September 8th, and they're going to have to start dealing with all this stuff. But you're going to see stimulus programs that are going to come together during this time between now and Election Day. Now, what just happened that affects a lot of people is the rent moratorium has been lifted by the CDC, which in my lifetime, I've never seen the CDC issue a moratorium for people not to pay something. So this is a first in probably most of our lifetimes. It is going to give people rent moratorium through the end of the year, but they have to live in a place that has a federally backed mortgage. Now, what does this mean? It does not mean that you can just go not pay your rent and go play Minecraft all day and I'll deal with it. No, you are prolonging the agony of rent. So if you take this program and you do not pay your rent right now, it's going to be due come January 1st. Now, hey, it's 3 months, 4 months, it's fine. I'll figure it out. Really? Okay. Because remember, in March, when all this happened, nobody believed that we'd be in September talking about this stuff. So we're here, and the new normal, whatever you want to call this, we're here. So there's 43 million renters right now that could be affected by this program. And again, you have to get it approved through your landlord. To apply, tenants have to attest that they've had a substantial loss because of the COVID shenanigans and had a substantial drop in income or been dramatically affected by this with legal bills or, medical bills during this time. Tenants must also stipulate that they will be homeless if they, are kicked out of this current location. Now, this just isn't for everybody. Hey, don't pay your rent. You have to contact your landlord, and you have to attest that you have had substantial loss as a result of income, your business failing, or medical expenses. And the landlord has to agree to this. This form is available on the CDC website, and please fill it out. Please take a look at if you qualify. I live here in Southern California. We have a lot of landlords that are very large companies that I don't believe have these FHA loans on their huge apartment complexes and things like that, and buildings and high rises. And I don't think that people here are going to be able to get this. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out and how people, I thought I was eligible and now I'm not. You better look into it and see if you do get it. As far as the what else is going on with the stimulus, the Senate comes back on September 8th. They're talking about funding for schools and the post office. What we're most concerned about, I'm not going to bore you with anything unless it has to do with small business. They're talking about another stimulus check for people that were eligible last time. And as far as the rent moratorium, you have to be, if you got a stimulus check last time, you could be eligible for the rent moratorium. It's just not, hey, I make $500,000 a year and my income dropped to $400,000 and I can't pay my rent. It's not going to work for you, okay? So it's got to be somebody that's been dramatically affected by this whole thing. There's a proposed weekly bonus that's planned for this next stimulus package, which is going to be up to $450 a week to get people back to work. Rob Portman, Republican from Ohio, is talking about that, and get America back to work type of deal. There's going to be new PPP money that they've talked about, but they want people to have been affected again, the number 50%. If your business is dropped in half, then you could be eligible for an additional PPP loan. Right now, we're approaching 90% of all the PPP money has been spent. 90% of that original batch of dough that expired on August 8th is gone. There's going to be an employee retention credit that if you can keep employees, you could get a tax credit. And these refundable tax credits, people can use to actually get a tax refund if you're an employer. So that's kind of cool. The payroll tax deduction that Donald Trump talked about in his executive orders, they're trying to make that permanent. We will see if that comes out. Liability protection so that you don't get sued as a business owner for the corona shenanigans with what could happen with that. And it's, the Republicans are for this, the Democrats are not. And I don't know if it's a big deal or not. I don't know if people are going to sue for that, but they want it, and I'm sure it'll be in there. As far as the EIDL money going for this, they want all over the place to have additional EIDL funding, but what we need is the grant funding, and what we need is a better program for this thing to be sent out and implemented faster. They're still processing loans from the original batch from April and May right now, which is completely hard to believe right now that they're still doing that. So please, just hang on and work a plan right now, guys, for where you're sitting there and you're trying to realize that how business is today, that's the way it may be in December, January, when these things expire. So please take a look at that. The self-employed unemployment, if you were eligible for those bonuses, I have a link per state that's going to be giving the $300 for each state that's going to be giving that. Like I'm here in California, how they're going to issue that. I've got a link below in the description as far as you can see where your state's at and how you're going to get that money. And let's get into some grants and let's take a look at these. Here it is. First one, Richland area in Ohio, Richland, Mansfield area. They've got a small business grant. If you've been in business prior to March of this year, March 15th to be exact, you can apply for this grant. And, they've got a few requirements for it, but this is something, again, you can get $2,500 to $7,500. Eligibility requirements are pretty simple. You need to do under $1.5 million in business. Business must be for profit. But check it out. This is great. These are the type of things. Look at the requirements. Now, here's the thing. This is a great requirement list that you should retain. You should copy this and retain that list. I'll have the link for you below so you can get this, but this is a perfect example of everything that you should have at your disposal so you know what to answer for these grants. Because these are the typical questions that they're going to ask you. They may not ask them up front like they are here, but they're going to ask these questions, and you need to be prepared for this. So good luck to you guys. They say it's going to take 20 minutes to complete the application. This is stuff if you have readily available, it'll take you 5 minutes. Good luck. Richfield County in Ohio. Apply today. Okay, up next, Berks County Small Business New Start Program. This thing takes place. You can get $10,000 to $15,000 depending on your revenue size. It opens on September 10th. And it goes from September 10th to the 23rd is when you can apply. And you've got the link right here. And there's also a second one in here, which is the Yoko Strong, which is, I'm going to show you guys in a second right here what that is. And but again, apply for these things because they've got to give the money to somebody, and this should be for you guys. Again, do the search. Let's go to the next one. Yoko Strong Restart Fund. This is something that's open right now. It opened on August 28th, and they've got another $10,000 to $35,000 in grants. Preparing your application. Click here for more information if your requirement. But these Pennsylvania grants are out there. And my point of all this is when you apply for these grants, don't just look, oh, I'm not in Pennsylvania, Dan. Do a search, man. Do a search in your county. Do a search in your state, and you will be surprised because this stuff is out there. All they want you to do is fill out this application. They've got to give this money out to somebody. Be prepared. Good luck. Riverside County in California has a business-assisted resources to help with the COVID shenanigans. They have small business grants, and their grant program is coming back. Look at this. September 16th at 9 a.m., you can start to apply for this grant again. But this is a perfect example of, oh, the grant's full, I can't get it. You've got to go back. You've got to look because these things do come back and they do get additional funding. Good luck. Douglas County, Colorado. They've got a $10,000 program for expenses for your business. You can use for PPE, personal barriers, physical, COVID testing, disposable menus, anything that's going to help your business during this time. You must be a for-profit business. Very simple application. You can apply on a first-come, first-served basis between now and September 15th. And again, if you know anybody that's in Colorado, recommend that they apply to this thing because they have to give the money to somebody. Okay? So good luck to you guys. Don't give up. It's all here. Okay? Oh, look at this. All this money. Search in your county. It's there. Someone's going to get this. It should be you or one of your family members or friends. Good luck. More grants. See, here's the thing about the grant program. You have to constantly be looking. Just because a program runs out of money or says, hey, the applications are full now, go back. Also, if you're in an area that has a grant and we have all the applications we have, I want to join the waiting list because if you look at Arizona, I believe it's Goodyear that had that huge grant program that only half the money was given out and they're still giving it out. Riverside County is a perfect example of additional funding being made when they had all these people apply for it and then it stopped and people thought it was done and that was it. And now come the middle of this month, it's going to be open again. So please, like I've said 100 times, please be kind to one another. Please understand that this right now, this market right now, may be how it's going to be moving forward. So be ready for that. Putting things off like rent and bills and things like that you could potentially afford today is only going to prolong the agony later. So you make the decision, and if that's the way to go. Hopefully we're going to see a lot of stimulus activity. I will update you in the next week. I've got more grants. And again, please join the email list. We've got a very cool announcement coming to the people that are on the email list first, and then it'll come back to the channel. So please take advantage of that. Good luck to everybody. Please like, share, subscribe, share this with all your friends and colleagues. I will see you very soon. Reach out anytime, email, Facebook, all that fun stuff, okay? Thank you. Good luck to everybody.